Then I asked myself this question. Don't tell me that you say past 1,300 years, all the people who practice Islam are fools. Don't tell me there wasn't even one intelligent man. So then something in me told that you say I should not come to this kind of conclusion, because why not? I should give a try. There's a saying in Hinduism, or in at least in the Tamil language, even stealing you must learn and forget. Okay, to find out whether there's a truth in this religion or not, I must do some learning. Then after learning, then I can come to a better conclusion that you say there is a truth or there is no truth in Islam. With that concept, I opened my mind towards my friend who was willing to teach me about Islam. Then I asked him a lot of questions. And he said, all your questions I cannot answer because I'm not knowledgeable. I can take you to a person who can answer all these questions. And during the time, they say, I was having this dilemma. The universe is so big, so huge. How someone, even with such a mighty power, beyond my imagination or apprehension, can control and manage this universe? But with this dilemma in my mind, I went to see the so-called the religious man whom my friend has introduced. That man was an elderly man. He was about 60 plus at the time when I met him. And then the moment he looked at me and then he told me, Allah didn't have any problem. Allah has got no problem in managing this universe at all, that anyone having the problem in this world is you. And he read my mind. And so when the time when I went and met that religious man, I had this doubt in my mind, how it is possible one mighty force to control such a vast universe. And I told myself, if I'm going to learn about a religion which forbids the use of consumption of alcohol and consumption of haram food, why not I just put this one aside for a period of 3 months temporarily. And within this period, I should be able to find out whether there is any truth in this religion and that there is no truth in this religion. If there is a truth in the religion, there's nothing wrong in continuing. If there is no truth in the religion, you might as well stop it there and then go back to your normal life. There's nothing wrong. Because whatever method I use to analyze Islam, I use scientific method. Then by then I need fair bit about time traveling, time, and 3 dimension and things like that. An incident which happened during the time of Nabi, the Isra Mi'raj, I tried to relate it to science, and then I found out it fits very well within the knowledge which I already had then. After, say, about 2 years later, I came to a conclusion there is no other religion than Islam. But first I thought, I didn't have to revert myself, because since I already believe that Islam is the correct religion, and the messenger has been sent by Allah, then I thought I can lead a life just like that. But later I realized, say, we must pledge before we do something. Even in the court, that we have to pledge, they say whatever I'm saying is the truth, nothing but truth. All this while, I was thinking that life is to earn money, enjoy, get married, have children, and die. But now, recently I realized, our purpose is not that. Our purpose is to realize for the purpose that we have been created, why we have been created, and thank the one who have created us. And in Islam, there is only one word, to say Alhamdulillah. In order to say Alhamdulillah, we have to realize what has been given to us and what will be given to us by the great Almighty Allah. Allah only will accept when I say two kalima shahadat. Without that pledge, Allah will not accept me. So then I entered Islam, or I reverted myself to Islam. And I kept it secret because of the fear that my girlfriend may reject me. But I couldn't hide this on for a very long time. Few months later, she found out that I already converted and then became Muslim. And she really exploded. And she even called me bastard. Then in order to calm her down, I told her I didn't get converted to or reverted to Islam for the wealth or for the woman. It's because of the love that I already developed for Nabi and for Allah. And I can wait for you as long as you don't say no to Islam. Let it be 1 year or 2 years, 3 years. I can wait as long as that you're willing to accept Islam. I can wait. The moment you say no to Islam, then you find your way, I'll find my way. That will be the breaking point. And even if you accept Islam, please do not accept Islam because of me, because I may be alive today, I may not be alive tomorrow. In that thing happen, you would have lost your family, you would have lost me. And then Allah will not help you, because if you have converted or reverted to Islam because of me, definitely Allah will not help you. It must be because of Allah. And because of Allah, you wrote yourself, even in my absence, Allah will take care. And then your du'as will be accepted by Allah, and He will bless me, and not only bless you, and He also will bless our whole family. And she, more or less, she has accepted. But it took her about almost another year before she can revert herself to Islam. Then after 1 month later, I got married to her. This was about 21 years ago. I got married to her in 1980. Then after that, then Allah blessed us with 4 children, 3 boys and 1 girl. My family, initially they opposed, but I told them, because the purpose of me converting to Islam is not for money, not for women. It is to realize the Creator who has created. And this way that I realize who is the Creator, and then I'm glad. The best thing that has ever happened to me in my whole life is to realize Allah and to accept Him as my Rabb, and also to accept His Nabi as my Prophet. And I'm answerable to whatever thing that I'm going to do, but not you, because there won't be any burden on you. So my family accepted this. But my wife's family didn't accept this, because being a staunch Christian, the father being a staunch Christian, she severed the relation, and there was no connection between my family, that is my wife and myself, and the family of my wife, that is my father-in-law side. For about 2 years, we didn't have any connection, because my father-in-law completely cut the relation off. After, say, the first 2 years, of course, we didn't have any connection with my father-in-law side. And after 2 years later, that I realized, I told anyone that must make move, it must be me, because Islam teaches to be tolerant and forgiving. And I have to practice that one. I have to show that, we can be tolerant, we can accept. So after 2 years later, I approached my father-in-law, but initially he didn't accept us. He asked, why must you get converted and become Muslim? And why can't you get yourself converted and become Christian and then get married in Christianity? So I told my father-in-law, the way that your great-grandfathers got converted from Hinduism to Christianity to realize the Creator, I have chosen Islam to realize my Creator. Whether you are right or I am right, we are not supposed to decide. The Lord who created you and me, He will decide. And let Him give the choice of decision. And then He has accepted. And then he turned around and asked my wife, how about you? Are you Christian? Are you Muslim? My wife answered, if my husband is a Muslim, I must be a Muslim. So do my children has to be Muslim. Then he kept quiet. Then he asked us to have a meal, a lunch with my father-in-law. So I told my father-in-law, if you're going to accept us as what we are, Muslim, then we can have lunch with you. If not, we'll go. Then my father-in-law say, okay, what has happened has happened. And he said that the Lord is the witness. Then let the Lord decide. Whether you are right or I am right, let Him decide. And the relation was, in fact, it was very nice for next about 8 years. Then one of my brother-in-law and his wife reverted to Islam, together with 2 of their children. 3 or 4 years ago, I once again went and patched up the relation with my father-in-law. And then I explained, and then this time my father-in-law, he saw the changes in me. That is, he saw my quality as a Muslim. My father-in-law passed away about 1.5 years ago. Now my relation with the father-in-law's family is very good. And then in fact, we are even closer than what we used to be before. Even before my father-in-law passed away, during the two and a half the year period that the relation was like a father and son relation, even much more than that. Actually, one of my sisters got converted and became a Christian, and then towards the end, my mother also became a Christian, and then she died as a Christian, which because the hidayah is in the hands of Allah, not in my hands. Exploring something is not that easy, and once you explore, the treasure that you attain in the process of exploring, you know the real value. And I'm very happy that I wasn't born in Islam and explored and then realized the value of Islam, and then I reverted back to Islam, and then this is the best thing that can happen to anyone, and which has happened to me. I'm grateful to Allah for leading me in this direction and guiding me in this way. Now my life is more meaningful because I know my destination. But now the do and don'ts, there is a significant meaning. Why? Because whatever the do and don'ts brings benefit to you. Not only bring benefits to you, bring benefits to the others. Some of my friends, they laughed, and then they say, because some of the friends who really don't know who didn't knew the truth, they thought that they say I could convert it because of woman. So after explaining to them, it's not because of the woman, it's because of the faith. And I gave them some lecture on that, and then they realized, because then they realized, they say my conversion or the reversal to Islam is based on faith, not based on wealth or woman. What is the definition for terrorism? What is the definition of terrorist? Okay, you park the car in a parking lot. If it happens with a new car, until the time that you say you finish your work at the shopping complex and go back to your car, you are in a terror, because the thief who is going to steal the car is a terrorist, because he can terrorize your life, because you don't know when you go back to your parking lot whether you can find your car there or not. Okay, that's one incident. At night time, you sleep in terror, because anyone can break and enter your house and rob and rape your family members and go. That is terror. And the people who do that, not necessarily to be a Muslim, can be anyone. So anyone can be a terrorist. It's not because. So the definition of terrorist, it's very wide. I would have accepted gracefully, because you see, for the September 11 incident did not take place spontaneously, because it is the frustration of people over the period of time, at least more than 50 years. We talk about terrorism, it's Americans are the bigger terrorists, and Israelis are there next to Americans, because Americans support the Israelis. And what is more terror than somebody's house being demolished and somebody's land being robbed in front of their own eyes? That is a bigger terrorism.